Beautiful day here at Red Hen Racing. Cabrio's been down for quite some time. Apparently these parts are kind of hard to come up with and stay back ordered for like a couple of months.
So now we got to swap all of the rear drums for the disc conversion kits that we got from ECS Tuning.
We get the Cabrio back up today. It's gonna be good.
Speed it up, 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 speed it up. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy.
There's a lot of stuff in this box.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. What all do we got here?
Man, all this stuff. Good thing we know what we're doing though, right?
So if you're not familiar, we're in this situation because we didn't know what we were doing. What was it that summoned it? Was it that it needed the wheel bearing or was a brake dragging?
I believe so, it was a wheel bearing, yeah.
Fun fact, this thing has drum brakes on the rear, which are not only less desirable for race car purposes, but neither of us know how to work on drum brakes, like at all.
I mean, I haven't worked on a drum brake since I was like 16. I don't remember them very much, so.
We're not carburetor and drum brake people.
Kids these days.
It's not in our skill set, you know? So basically, we completely fucked it.
What had happened is, right here where these threads are, when we had torqued it down, it completely had stripped it out, and there was nothing left for it to go back onto, and we needed brand new ones. And when I spoke to the dealer about it, the Volkswagen dealer had said, hey man, I've got none in the country.
So basically, it was about a 2-month wait either way, whether we got a new spindle for the drum setup or if we went ahead and did a complete disc brake conversion. So
now we got disc brakes.
So now we've got a disc brake conversion because you don't replace, you upgrade. We're gonna see if we can manage to get all this shit put together today.
And it'll be something else that Tyler Saab will have to contend with.
If you're not familiar with Sealed Beam Autocross Team, we've got to beat him with the Cabrio. And it also means that it can come and play with the Supra at next month's event. So if you want to see the Cabrio versus Supra showdown, go ahead and hit subscribe and we'll have that going on next month. The Supra's clutch is slipping really bad and I'm not doing it between now and then, so you know, we'll see what happens. Autocross is fine on slipping clutches. It doesn't go ahead and kill them or anything.
What?
I'm still gonna win. It's a Supra. Come on. Let's figure our ass from a hole in the ground and get this shit put together. He does all the mechanical stuff. So this time when it goes wrong, it's completely his fault and I didn't touch it.
I didn't rig shit.
Thanks, man. Appreciate your support.
Don't be a bull in someone else's china shop.
It came off. Perfect. Don't need that no more.
All around me are familiar faces.
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Whoops what?
Need some brake parts cleaner. Gotta see what I'm doing.
Store brand brake clean. We ain't about that $10 a can shit.
Yeah, but that $10, $12 a can shit is the non-flammable stuff. You don't want that.
The renter of this house was attempting to exterminate a spider, and he was using a lighter and a spray can.
Use the drum as a drip pen. We've encountered our first real roadblock here. This guy right here that goes into the back of the spindle holding probably ABS or wheel speed sensor. The bolt that holds it in place. It's just being a real McAsshole.
With some cheese on it.
So we're having to get a little destructive with it. I'm gonna keep trying to chisel it off, but it's being dumb. I'm being reminded of that commenter on the exhaust video that said, I don't think I'd have you lads work on my pride and joy.
A few moments later.
So it looks like we can get back to work again because Gavin decided to break my stuff for me. So
Don't
now,
be part of the problem, be the whole problem. It's like I ate a gum fruit, but instead of getting stretchy, I just got really good at breaking shit.
Well, now we can go ahead and take these off, get the spindle off, get a new spindle back on, and start putting everything back together.
So these two here holding the stub shaft and the dust shield in place, they came out easy. But these two both rounded right the f off. Passenger side is having a less than ideal time. Let's check in on the driver's side.
Well, I think I got a mock-up of how it's supposed to go because it doesn't come with any directions. So I'm going based on how it all fits.
Based on educated guesses and knowing the level of education that we have,
I think we're in good shape. I'm not sure if these guys are supposed to face inwards or outwards. That's my question.
like if you've got them on their back
I'm
asswards.
assuming, yeah. See, so I'm assuming since they...
I mean, obviously that's where they go, but which way do they face?
I'm assuming they face this way because you're pressuring it all onto it, so you'd want it to seat onto it.
Yeah, that checks out. That passes my vibe check.
That's...
It's probably fine.
I'm gonna get up on the Google and double check that.
No. It's like a multiple choice test. You're supposed to go with just your first instinct and don't change it for anything. Basic test taking skills.
How good are you at taking tests?
Unfortunately, I'm really good, and it makes me qualified for a lot of shit I shouldn't be.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Why would you grab the camera now? You're supposed to only record us doing a good job, not doing a bad job. So somebody that won't be named, who's now been delegated to camera duty, has managed to hammer this race in backwards.
Yeah.
So I'm using my gentle hands to boop it back out. Gentle tippity taps to boop it back out.
Thanks for fixing my problems, man.
Slow and steady removes the race. Those are really nice. What? Going to Target?
It's a curbside order, so.
Again? Am I right?
Watch that movie. He just ate.
Watch the baby.
He just ate. He's vibing. I'll be gone like 2 minutes.
In case you're not up to date, we had a baby last week. Like, they just let me leave the hospital with it. Like, they just handed it to me and said, okay, you made this, it's yours now. And like, there's just a baby here now.
And they were rooming.
It's weird.
And he's a bundle of joy.
The very loud burrito. And this is a pain in the ass. Getting both pads in here, as well as their little silver clip that they ride on, like, that's some of the most pain in the ass caliper hardware I've ever dealt with.
You did a good job. It looks good.
Let's see if it bolts up right.
No jiggle jiggle. There's plenty of spin. I'm pretty confident in the bearings holding up on that just fine.
Yeah. So we've run into a problem. ECS sells this as a whole package with lines and everything, and our problem is that the lines might be the wrong kit. We got stainless lines. This is the banjo bolt that came out of the caliper itself. You know, that's the banjo bolt that was in it. And this is the one that came with the stainless lines. And as you can see, one of these things is not like the other. So we have a much bigger banjo bolt that's too big to thread in the caliper, and we have a much smaller banjo bolt that fits in the caliper but is too small to be used with the fitting on the new line. He's on the phone with ECS right now, figuring what went wrong. Just one part number wasn't matched up right, and it's a pretty intensive kit that's got like 20 part numbers all combined, so we just found one little hiccup with their system, I suppose. The easy solution would be just that it's the wrong brake line, and we just need different brake lines that have the right size banjo bolt to go to this caliper. So he's on the phone with them getting that sorted. Other than that, hardware-wise, we're making really good progress. Rotor's bolted up with all new bearings. The calipers bolt up easy. Seems like it's a pretty good kit overall. We're assuming that they're just gonna change the lines and banjo bolts. And that'll be easy to come back and finish out one day.
Caliper boxes. Yeah, it is.
In the meantime, you wanna see my Supra? Where's my Supra? That's a Supra. Got a set of 3-piece work equips. I just gotta go and get these tires mounted on because they're a little stretched for my liking. Supra needs a little bit of beef, so We got a little more beef to throw on those, and then they'll go on, along with some, that's for another episode. We'll get there soon. This is a Cabrio day. We don't want to spoil it with all the Supra goodness.
Burnout competitions next week, but that's cool.
Cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and